My apologies, I didn't share my screen last time where I had given elaborate sequences of how this real world asset tokenization would help. I thought it's important the community knows this particular concept. Let me share my screen now so that we are good with this, and then we can start on this part of it. So that's the use case we spoke. So just to touch base on the topic, uh, I don't think so. Agriculture is boring. That's my thought. Yesterday I presented one use case, a quick recap of the pre-harvest financing, where we were talking about up to 6% APY with backup of crop insurance so that there's no risk for the liquidity stakers. So we looked at event-based credit line access. The capital is only deployed based on proof given on the blockchain. So at any point of time, less exposure to the lenders. Now what we have looked at is that we could get up to 6%. Yesterday I explained about how the risk management happens in this scenario. Anything that happens until the harvest, if there is a calamities like floods or drought, they are all covered by the crop insurance, and we will get back the capital into the liquidity pool. That's pre-harvest financing there, where we said once you give the proof from the liquidity pool, that smart contract would transfer to the farmer. I hope you saw the yesterday's live telecast. Today I want to really get in deep in post-harvest financing and also clear the myth that real-world asset tokenization is only limited to real estate, expensive art, watches or gold or any of the assets, right? Not many people actually would have thought about using non-perishable produce as the asset there. I'll explain in very simple terms how this works. So the problem that agriculture is that we are taking a use case of black pepper, which is easy to visualize, and normally this is the time that harvest ends in most parts of the world, which is the largest producer of black pepper. We have in India, and after, same thing happens. What happens here is that when there's a lot of other farmers reach the market yard, the middlemen take advantage of the situation. Now, if 100 farmers come with, say, 50 produce to the market yard at 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning, they compete for the price, and the middleman knowing that all these farmers are here. July, that could be sold anywhere between $7 to $8 per kilo. Today, what the market yard, the middlemen are doing, because they have capital to be able to buy, and putting in their warehouse or storages, and can be purchased from the. For example, if I put in $100 worth of stable coins in a liquidity pool, I would actually get $100 worth of liquid real world asset tokens here. Why we call liquid? Either as an investor, I could wait until June, probably I'll get a better yield. But in March, if I need to sell my tokens, I should be able to sell this and get back whatever gains I would have got. today, let's say this is purchased at $5 market price. By March, you can expect 20% gain at $6, or it could be even 10%. We are only committing 9 to 12%. It's like smart contracts will take decision on a democratic voting by all the liquidity stakeholders, saying that what is the threshold they want to sell it. Let's say that it has become let's say $4, which is about 9% or 8%. You could sell it in March. Nobody's stopping you. And somebody that really wanted to hold it until June, they can purchase from you. So ultimately, you're getting back your 8 to 9%, and then we're waiting until June here. So what is happening in reality is that at any point of time, the real world asset tokens are actually backed by the asset which is in the warehouse. So that's the biggest one. Now, this is the differentiator as we speak in terms of what happens with the real world asset tokenization of real estate or other assets there. Obviously, if it is a liquid token enabled platform, you can always sell your liquid tokens against real estates here and book your profits. But if it's not a liquid token, what's going to happen is that you'll have to wait until the asset appreciates in a scenario like real estate or an art or any of the expensive watches there. The differentiator in agriculture here is that you're actually able to sell the produce within 6 to 9 months. The reason is you cannot hold your black pepper for more than 9 months because you're risking the price going down. So the sinusoidal wave is that you buy at $5 in January, goes up to about $6 in March. It will go up to $7 or $8 in peak summer, where a lot of agro companies need black pepper for their own, whatever they did. So that's exactly where in case of real world asset tokenization of black pepper, what's actually happening is that the entire community can vote against the threshold, whether you want to sell at 20% or 12%, or if at all there is a risk of prices going down, everybody can vote okay, which is even better because you're getting good yield within 6 months to maximum 7 months here. Now, how this is funded by liquidity pool? Obviously, it's all backing the real world asset tokens purchase. Obviously, the money you put in 100,000 in January. Asset tokens. Why I'm saying final holders is that because these are liquid tokens and anybody can exit halfway through the trading cycle before the settlement happens here. So if I've got an appetite to take the risk and wait until June, I'll probably get 30% or 40%, or at least minimum 12% or 18%. So that's exactly where we are now trying to evangelize that if you look at a post-harvest financing, up to 12% is what we would like to guarantee or anybody could. So where farm purchase the warehouse receipt, nobody can just walk in and take out, right? So somebody has to purchase. So that is purchased by the agri-industry buyer. Where you see here is that they'll purchase the warehouse receipt in this case, and then they'll make the settlement, which is now we burn the real world asset tokens and put that money in the liquidity. Let's say 120K or 100K, whatever day. What when if you are building real world asset tokenization firm, the day of the settlement. So that is great. So with that one, again, my apologies. This some sharing identity. I hope the sharing came through, and this is more informative. And why we always say this again 6 to 7 years of research. What we have been doing within Kratos Innovation Labs. I did shared initially. The company is Kratos Innovation Labs, and the actual platform we're building is FarmHawk, which have got multiple use cases till now. So we'll keep building more oracles or more AI agents that anybody can use us as the AI agentic infrastructure and can start building your own applications. Today, Siren AI is doing that. They have built a couple of pods and a couple of workflows using our MCP servers. And this is not limited only to anybody. So we really want more developers to be able to use our platform and just pay micropayments, right? We're just saying only pay 1 cent to get the data. And we will make sure that we have all the data on chain. We update all the AI models ready. They keep learning. The machines keep learning, and you will get enough risk signals if you are building any real world asset tokenization. The use case which I said. Obviously, the previous use case was on the pre-harvest financing. Lesser APY, but you're covered by insurance. Also use insurance for the assets that are put in the warehouse. So there are a lot of things to do, but this is just a idea by our research and a lot of use case, and we show that one more exciting asset tokenization. Thank you.